Alright guys, welcome back to our weekly Wednesday workout. We're going back to our martial arts origins here, a little bit of TKD, and we're going to be working on round kicks today. Now our round kick, this is more of a snapping style kick. If you remember back to our front kick, the snapping front kick, same idea, but instead it's going to the side of me for my round kick. So we're going to break it down, we're going to help you guys learn how to do it, make it awesome. Let's get to it. Cool. Now, just like with any kick, whenever you're working with your legs, make sure you warm up. We've covered that in previous videos. But one thing you can do is just start bouncing around, start doing some squats, some lunges, whatever it may be that you need to do to warm up your body and make sure your legs are warmed up. I am going to show you just one stretch that's great for your round kicks. So it's another seated stretch. For this one, instead of having your leg tucked in front where you're stretching down, isolating solely your hamstring, I'm going to take my leg and tuck it behind me. So I'm almost making an L shape. Now, when you first start, more likely you'll be something like this or maybe like that. If you already have some flexibility, you could be a little further out. And what we're doing here is we're actually stretching the hamstring again, especially if you reach down over top. But we're also stretching the front of our leg here, our quadricep, which is so very important for our round kick because it has that snap motion, so it's pulling the quadriceps, constricting to snap that leg out. So I'm stretching here again. Hold it for at least 10-15 seconds. Don't forget to do the other side. You might notice that one side's better than the other. I know mine is. I know this side's quite not as good as the other side, so I will, it is a good thing to stretch to warm up to make sure your legs are ready to go. Other than that, let's get to it. Okay, so for our round kick, there's 4 parts to the kick, just like many other kicks. So for this, the first one is your chamber. The second one, your execution. Third one, the rechamber, and the fourth one is when you put it down. Now, like with many kicks, the part that's most forgotten is your third part, the rechamber. So a lot of times people do this, and they just kind of throw it down after that. But you really want, especially with the round kick, to rechamber, because it is a snapping kick, so the faster you go out and the faster you come back, the better the kick is. The reasoning is a lot of times when you start to do your kick, if you just place it down without rechambering, you're slowing down the kick before you make impact, knowing that you have to just put it down. But if you let yourself rechamber, if you pull back just as fast as you kicked it out, your kick doesn't slow down until after making impact or after hitting the spot that you want to hit in the air. So if I'm here, I'm going to make sure I rechamber before I put it down. So 4 parts of our kick. You have your chamber, your execution, your rechamber, and then your put down. And that's the fundamental parts of your kick. But don't forget, with your round kick, it's almost like I'm going up, and my leg is sideways. So it's almost flat here, so that way I can snap it out to the side of me for that round kick.
So with our round kick, what are we working on a number 2 round kick? You start getting a little bit of a workout in here, work on some leg strength. So if you guys have some equipment at home, you have a bag, you can have like a heavy bag, one that hangs, a bag that's on the ground, they all work the same. What we want to do for our round kick, we're just going to start with our back leg. Now like Brad said, it's a snapping style kick, so we want to snap it, and we're going to pick up our knee to point at our target. Now the hardest part from here is if I just pick up my knee straight away, it's really hard to get the proper body motion in order to do this number 2 round kick. So what I want to do first is make sure I pivot my front leg. I just take my toes and I turn them in the direction I want to move my body. Once they pivot, I can take my back leg, I can pick it up to point at my target, then I can do that kick going all the way out over the edge of the back. Same thing on the other side. I pivot my toes, I pick up that back leg, I point at my target, and I can go out for my kick. Now, when you're hitting bags, if you have a squishy bag like this one, you can hit with the top part of your foot. If you have like a heavy bag, hitting with the top part of your foot is not recommended. You can very easily injure yourself there. If you're working on your round kicks and you're hitting a heavy bag, the goal is to hit with the lower part of your shin. Not like up here on your foot, but down here, just above your ankle, those couple inches, that's what you want to hit with your shin. So I wouldn't be hitting there on the top of my foot. I'd be a little bit closer to where my foot is almost off, and I'm hitting with that shin. It's a lot stronger of a bone than all the small bones in your foot. So hitting with that shin, super important if you're hitting a heavy bag. Going a little bit faster for that number 2, I get set, I pivot, I turn. I'm activating that core and twisting all the way through and snapping out that kick for that round kick. So another way to work with our round kicks is by doing what I like to call machine gun round kicks or rapid fire round kicks. Now there's 2 different ways. One way is going to be a little bit easier. That's if you're using something to help you hold up your balance. To be able to do these balance is super important. So as we're working on these, we're focusing a little bit on our balance, we're using our hip flexors, and we're also activating our quad at the same time that we're doing these round kicks. So to do this, for right now, I'm gonna use this bag for my balance. I'm gonna have one hand on it. My foot closest towards it, I'm gonna turn it and pivot so my toes are facing towards that bag. It could be a wall, it could be a chair, whatever it is that you're using to hold your balance. From here now, I want to take my opposite leg, I want to pick it up and point my knee at my target. From here now, what I'm going to throw those round kicks where I extend and pull it back, and I just keep on going like that. Once you get it down where you can go a little bit slower, then you can start speeding up and go a little bit faster. Where you just get set, you pick it up and you just go out with those rapid fire kicks. Once you get that down, where you can use the bag, you can use the wall, hold your balance, and you get better, and you hold your own balance, then you start working on those kicks, where you just hold it up, you pick it up, and you go rapid fire kicks on your own. So you're getting that balance, you're working your hip flexor, and you're also working your quad, all in those round kicks.
Okay, so we just covered the fundamentals of our round kick. Again, focal points here. We got our quads, our hip flexors, our lower back. 100% when you're doing your kick, focus on keeping your body in line. So as I do my round kick, the last thing I want to do is have myself hunch over, forward, or backwards. I want to keep my back in line because you will be using your core when you do this kick, especially if you do a number 2 round kick. If you check out Chad here, he's got a drill with it. If you have a bag, obviously hit the bag, but again, be careful with what you're hitting with. If depending on the type of bag, always feel free to wear a shoe if you're going to hit the top of your foot. But so he's here. So if he's kicking through the air, no bag, he really focuses on the torque on his core. So check it out. Kicking all the way through as he does it. Now another thing you can do if you want to work on some balance component with it, I know we worked on the machine gun kicks, but if you want to work on balance, control, and just overall performance with it, you can take your round kick and then go at different heights as you climb the ladder. And then you can always work your way back down, work your way back up, do repeat kicks where you start, instead of just doing at the same height, go belt, head, and back and forth. One pro tip for you, when you do your round kick, my back foot, whether you're kicking with your front leg or your back leg, it turns away from your kick. So if I was kicking with my back leg, check out this foot down here. As I do my kick, it pivots all the way around. So it's one thing to help keep your hips in line, so you can have a successful kick and don't put any extra strain in your body. Other than that though, it's a round kick. Questions, comments, do it below. See you next week.